All right, what's going on, everybody? Sports Expert 101 here, or you can call me Sports Expert, back with another video and episode 2 of the series Case to Win the Super Bowl this season. Okay, and we're going to go with the Carolina Panthers. I actually said this team would be the worst team in the NFL. You know what? I could be wrong. I looked at their roster. It is better than I thought. It is. It really is. But the only thing I have a problem with the Patriots, and the reason why I think they could be the worst team, because of the, why? Because they're new coaching staff. The Jaguars don't have a new coaching staff. The Redskins, they do, but I don't think the Redskins. I think the Redskins have enough talent to not be the worst team. I think that D line is just great. That front seven. But yeah, that's why I got the Panthers being the worst team. I could be wrong. It could be the Bengals again, but I think the Bengals are one of those teams that could actually get lucky this year. So who knows though? But we're gonna do the Panthers' case for them to win the Super Bowl 55. So this will be interesting, guys. So I really appreciate you guys being here. This should be super as we will get the roster out for the Patriots. As you know, their MVP for sure has to be Christian McCaffrey. I don't think there's any question about that. So I don't know what you guys think, but I think this Panthers team is definitely built for success if they play right. But I mean, I said they're the worst team just because of the coaching staff. I think they need to learn, and they have the COVID-19. They haven't been able to work with the coaching staff and learn the system as well. So that's definitely a huge problem for the Carolina Panthers. But we're gonna go over the team right now as we will go over the depth chart and why I think they could win a Super Bowl. Here's why I think they could win a Super Bowl with this coaching staff. First of all, Matt Rule has experience coaching in college, no experience in the NFL, but he has been a head coach before at Temple, at Baylor, and he has some Temple connections in Carolina right now. So, including a new player that the Carolina Panthers just signed that I'll go over. So, let's get right to it, guys. As here's why I believe the Panthers could win the Super Bowl with this coaching staff. First of all, it's definitely a experience system with championships. And here's why I say that, because they went out and got Joe Brady. You know, they went out and got Joe Brady, who just won a title with the LSU Tigers, as he will now be coaching Teddy Bridgewater as the new offensive coordinator. So this definitely should be interesting. I don't know why I say this is could be the worst team. I don't even know who is the worst team, but I said Panthers just because of the coaching staff, COVID-19. If it wasn't for COVID-19, the Panthers would not be the worst team in the NFL at all, in my opinion, not even close. So, but yeah, they have Joe Brady as offensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator is Phil Snow, who was actually brought over from Baylor with Matt Rule. Special team coordinator Chase Blackburn. Not their special teams is all right, not amazing though. So we'll see what happens. So Jake Pete's offense, the running backs coach, Ryan Angelicio, tight end coach. So Frisman Jackson, wide receivers coach. Don't really know these guys, but Matt Lombardi, quality control coach. That's interesting. So, but I think that's, like I said, that's an offense that has coached before. They're young, but I know you could have like a bunch of McVays on that team. I think I really like the Panthers are doing with that coaching staff. A lot of people may disagree, but I think it's a coaching staff that definitely can improve because everyone is going to have a fresh start coaching. Like Bill Belichick, there was a day where he coached for the first time. These guys are coaching for the first time in the NFL. It's definitely possible, guys. It's definitely possible that coaching staff could lead the Panthers to the Super Bowl. Now let's get to the offense. As quarterback, obviously, they signed Teddy Bridgewater to a 3-year, $63 million contract this past offseason with a new system, as Cam Newton was cut. As Cam Newton, we all know, went to the Patriots a couple days ago. Now they got Teddy Bridgewater in the center. And the backup is Will Greer. That's a weak backup. But you could put Philip Walker, PJ Walker, who they just signed from the XFL, as the backup position, which definitely is possible from what I see. They traded Kyle Allen away for a 5th-round pick to the Redskins, so he's off the depth chart. Yeah, the cornerback system, if Teddy Bridgewater goes down, that's probably the end of this season for the Panthers. They just don't have that depth. Philip Walker, PJ Walker just doesn't have the experience in the NFL. Will Greer, he's the same with him. He struggled when he has started in the NFL, so not expecting much there. But the MVP of the team is Christian McCaffrey, guys, as he's a starting running back. Reggie Bonifon. A lot of people don't know who this guy is. A lot of people don't know who Reggie Bonifon is. But he's a second string running back for the Panthers, and he actually played very well last year. He was great with yards per carry last year. He's an underrated beast and definitely someone that could be a third round. That could be a maybe first, second down back at times. As the third down back will always likely be McCaffrey, and he'll likely be the first and second down back. As you're not going to expect a lot from the backups on the Panthers running back core. And you also have Jordan Scarlett, former Stanford Cardinal. Then you have Mike Davis, former Chicago Bear and former San Francisco 49ers. He's had some nice veteran experience throughout his career. And then you got Rodney Smith. Not much about him. Then you have a fullback. You have one of the better fullbacks and one of the more considerate fullbacks in the NFL, one of the more well-known fullbacks. And Alex Arma, great blocker. He's a great run blocker. Pass blocking's decent. He can when he does touch the ball, he stuffs right in front of you, trucks you. He's a nice fullback. So I really like that for the Panthers, which definitely could push contending teams, which could make the Panthers contend. So then we'll go to the offensive line. They traded Trey Turner. That was a bad move. But, they did get Russell Okung back in return. And here's why they did the trade. Because they knew they probably weren't going to want to pay Trey Turner. They wanted to save some money. So they went out and just got Russell Okung as a replacement. But Trey Turner's a guard. Okung's a tackle. But here's the thing. Okung's former offensive line coach is the offensive line coach with the Panthers, I'm pretty sure. I heard something about that. So that's definitely a potential reason why he's with the Panthers. So yeah, guys. Then you got Greg Little as a backup. They drafted him in the second round of 2019. Definitely a nice backup there. Then you have Tyler Mars. Nothing much about him. Then we'll go to the left guard spot. You got John Miller there, signed to a 1-year, $3 million deal after he was cut by the Bengals this past season. Not expecting much from him, but definitely could make an impact. Then you got backup left guard Brandon Bowen, former Buckeye. Let's go OHIO. Love that option. Then you got Mike Horton. Then not a lot there. Then you got the center, one of the better centers in football. Most people hardly heard of him. He's one of the better centers in football. Underrated offensive lineman. Matt Paradis. Great option there. Then you got Tyler Larson as a backup. Great backup there. I really like Tyler Larson. I think he's a great backup. Then you got Frederick Magioa as a third string center. Then you got more. Then for right guard, you have Dennis Daly. Don't really know who that is, actually, to be honest with you guys. Not expecting less from right guard. But then you have Michael Schofield as the backup right guard. Why is he the backup? Guys, he was amazing with the Chargers, in my opinion. I don't know why he's the backup. So he actually went to the Panthers, and Trey Turner went to the Chargers. And he was at the Chargers last year, obviously. That's interesting. Then you got Taylor Moton at right tackle. I believe Taylor Moton is one of the more underrated offensive linemen in the game. Definitely a guy most people don't know who he is, but he's underrated. You got Matt Caskey as the backup. Offensive line solid. I think it's very solid. I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to need the offensive line. I think he's going to get it. I think he's definitely, and he has the weapons, which we're going to go over now. This offense could be a Super Bowl contending offense, is the way we're looking at it. So then you go to the wide receivers with DJ Moore. Could be an All-Pro. Same with Robbie Anderson. I'm not even gonna lie, he could be an All-Pro. He's a coach, and he's the guy that went to Temple with Matt Rule. So you could definitely get a lot from him. Then you have Curtis Samuel, former Buckeye OHIO. I love Curtis Samuel. Great player. He's electric. Amazing player for the Carolina Panthers. Great receiving core. As you have Pharaoh Cooper, still another speedster. Seth Roberts, underrated as heck with the Oakland Raiders. Didn't play as well with the Ravens, but I like it. I like that option. Then you have DeAndre White, former Alabama Crimson Tide receiver. Great in college. Definitely could get some value for you. Love that option. Then you have Ish Hyman, not the greatest player, former Brown. Then you have Brandon Silstra, not the greatest. Third string isn't the greatest. Then you have Omar Bayless, who you signed as an undrafted free agent, former Arkansas State receiver. He has a ton of potential. Love that kid. I think that's a great player for him. Then you They signed another guy. They signed Keith Kirkwood, former Saint. I love this pickup. Thought he was thought he looked pretty dang good with the Saints. I don't know what you guys think, but I thought he looked pretty dang good. As But yeah, that's a great receiving core. As we're gonna go to tight end, Ian Thomas potential. There's only one word I can say about Ian Thomas: freaking potential. You know, he has so much potential, man. Former Indiana Hoosier, great pick. Then you got Chris Manhurst. He's always been valuable for them. Then you got Demerick Hemingway. You know, he he's had some experience in the NFL as a second, third string tight end. Not going to get a lot from him, but definitely is a nice veteran piece there. Then that's pretty much the offense, though. But what I read, they got some solid depth. They got solid pieces there. That's an offense that definitely could make a case for the Super Bowl. People need to look out for the offense. They definitely need to look out for that. And that's why I have a feeling this team could be a Super Bowl winner because of that offense, the potential it has. So we're gonna go to the defense now, guys. As we're gonna go with the defensive line first. As you signed former Vikings defensive end Stephen Weatherly. Didn't know much about this guy. I researched him. He had some decent stats. I don't remember exactly what his stats were, but I love players like him. He's going to make an impact on the defensive line. I don't know if he's going to start right away, as they drafted Yetur Gross-Matos, who is actually listed as a second string left defensive end. I don't know about that, but and that's what we got there. Then you have the nose tackle, who could be Derek Brown. So this is interesting. Derek Brown. I don't know if he could be a nose. I think he's better than a nose tackle potentially. But don't be shocked if he does play nose tackle. Definitely has all pro potential. I thought he was a little overrated in the draft, but I think with the Panthers, I think that's one of the best fits for him. One of the best teams he could have went to. As I believe he can play nose tackle and defensive tackle, and I believe he has Aaron Donald potential. That's all I got to say about that. Then you got Woodrow Hamilton, Bravian Roy, former Florida State Seminole, I believe, or someone. I don't know. Where did he go to college? Can someone ask me in the comments where did Bravian Roy go to college? I'll look it up right now. As I don't Baylor. Okay, he went to Baylor in that role. He did not go to Florida State. I wasn't sure where he went to college. I wasn't. I mean, I think I knew, but I forgot. As he went to Baylor, Roy. So that's a nice option there. As we're gonna go to the right defensive, as we're gonna go to the defensive tackle, which is K1 Short, former All-Pro Pro Bowler. He's a beast, I can tell you that. There's not much to say about him, but he's a beast. Probably the best defensive player in that defense. Then you have Chris Smith. You're not expecting much from him. Former Cleveland Brown. Then you have Zach Kerr. Nice depth piece. I think he may be better than Chris Smith, but we'll see. And that's pretty much all you got from the defensive tackle. But the thing about K1 Short, let's look at it. He's suffered injuries as of late. Definitely could make an impact still, but he's got to stay healthy. He has to stay healthy. Then you have with the next defensive line position, you have Brian Burns. You know Brian Burns. They say he could play linebacker. I think he's more of a defensive end as usual. But Brian Burns is a beast. Had a great rookie season. Had 7.5 sacks. So I really like what they got there. So I think that you're looking at a future All Pro. So then you got Jason Ferris as the depth piece. Not much there. Here's another really good defensive player. You could argue he's the best defensive player in this defense. Shaq Thompson. They signed him to a 3-year, $54 million contract extension a few months back. This is an amazing pickup for the. I mean, not pickup, but I mean they re-signed him. That's a great signing for the Panthers to keep him. One of the more underrated linebackers in football. You could argue he's an elite linebacker. You definitely could. And then you got Jermaine Carter, Jordan Mack, Dave. You're not getting a lot with the depth though there. But then you get Tahir Whitehead. Really struggled with Oakland, but definitely needs a change of scenery. Could definitely make an impact there with Matt Rule there. So that's why I think that signing is pretty valid and pretty consistent. So Tahir Whitehead, he went to Temple. I had a feeling he went to Temple. Coach Matt Rule was the coach, so great pickup there. So then you have Andre Smith, Jordan Koznoskis. Then you have Chris Orr, former Wisconsin Badger, as a depth piece. I gotta say something though. I gotta say something. Chris Orr, he could have been a first round pick easily in September. Consider that's a great depth piece. I think he's definitely gonna be a sleeper for that team. Then you have outside linebacker. You have Marquise Hayes. I'm not getting a lot from him. Christian Miller. He's maybe better than Hayes in my opinion, but who knows? Then you have Sanford. You're not getting a lot from there. But let's go to the secondary guys. As you got Dante Jackson, speedster, hasn't lived up to the potential he had from college, but he had a decent rookie season. He didn't have as great as a second season, but he's definitely one guy that'll get burnt a lot, but will be amazing a lot. So Dante Jackson's decent. Then you got Cole Luke. Then you drafted in the seventh round Stanley Oliver Thomas or Thomas Oliver. I'm not 100% sure how that goes. Stanley Thomas Oliver the third. He was a former Florida Atlantic corner. Made an impact there. I don't know what he could do in the NFL. I don't know if he'll make the team, but that's interesting. Then you got more. Then you depth there, not a lot expecting. Then you got strong safety. Guess who's starting here? Second round pick. They traded up to get this guy. Last pick of the second round, Jeremy Chin. How about that, guys? I love Jeremy Chin coming out of college. I don't know about you guys. I thought he was a sleeper in the draft. And he fell all the way to pick 64. So the Panthers traded up. They're like, no, we got to pick this guy up. We got to pick this guy up. But then you have the backup, former Brown Justin Burris. I thought he played great with us, Justin Burris. I think he should start maybe week one just to let Jeremy Chin learn a little bit. Maybe give Jeremy Chin a little bit of playing time alongside or for Justin Burris. But definitely would start Burris. I think he's a great player, though. Got $4 million a year, which is interesting. Then you have TJ Green. Not going to get a lot from him. Then you re-sign Trey Boston as free safety. 3 years, $18 million. That's a great re-signing. I don't think there's any debate about that. I think most fans would agree with me. Great re-signing. They got Quinn Blandon, Kenny. Then you draft Kenny Robinson in the fifth round, I believe it was. Could be wrong. It could have been fourth round. Guys, correct me. But I believe it was fifth round. As he played with the St. Louis Battlehawks in the XFL. How about that, guys? And then he went to West Virginia. Stud. Just stud. That's all I got to say about him. He definitely has a future in this league, arguably. Then you don't have a lot of other depth there. But then they go out after Eli Apple couldn't sign with the Oakland Raiders. The Carolina Panthers go out and sign him. I like that pickup. A lot of people hate it. I like it. Former Buckeye. I mean, I hear his mom got in a feud with a lot of other moms. She actually got a feud with my mom. So, believe it or not. But Eli Apple, man, we'll see what he can do. I like the pickup. I think it's definitely a nice pickup as, get some experience there. Then you have Corn Elder. Everyone loves him. Everyone loves Corn Elder. A lot of people don't know who he is, but a lot of people love Corn Elder. As there he is as the backup. Then you draft Troy Pride Jr., former Notre Dame corner. Not a lot of people are mentioning him, but he should be mentioned for sure. You know why? Because he's a beast. He's a sleeper. Great player at Notre Dame. Thought he had a decent combine. I think he's definitely going to improve this secondary. Don't know if he's going to be a second or third stringer. Maybe even competed for a starting job. Who knows? But Troy Pride may need this year to sit, but maybe then start. Maybe start a little bit this year. Who knows? I wonder who the Panthers will be in the standings. But yeah, that's a secondary. Here's why I think the Super Bowl could be on the way for the Carolina Panthers. Defense. Defense wins championships. They say that, right? Carolina Panthers have a defense of experience. They have growth. They have improvement. They have progression. They have the coaching staff on the defense, which is definitely underrated. They have that defense. That could be a potential Legion of Boom type defense. I said it, guys. You know what I said, all those words. That's what you need to win a championship. That's a championship. That could be a championship defense. I think the Panthers definitely could win a championship with that defense. As they got the, K1 short, Shaq Thompson leaders, could carry, could definitely help mentor the other guys. Definitely like Derek Brown and maybe Jeremy Chin. Definitely could help them win a title. That defense could definitely, like I said, defense wins championships. That's a nice defense. And then we're going to go to the special teams. I'll go through this real quick. As you got Michael Pilardi as the punter, one of the more underrated punters in football, I think, actually. Then you have Graham Gano, decent kicker, but, I don't know what you're going to get from him. Then you have Joey Sly. who kicked all right last year. He missed a 28-yarder, which is going to hurt him. As I expect Graham Gano to be the kicker this year still. I believe they'll cut Joey Sly. I wouldn't be shocked. Joey Sly isn't much of anything, though, in my opinion. Then you got long snapper J.J. Jansen. A lot of people like him, one of the more underrated, and one of the best long snappers in football, arguably. Decent player. Then you have Mike. Then you have, as the kick returner and punt returner, DJ Moore. That's definitely a great option for punt returner, kick returner, DJ Moore. Here's why I think that special teams could definitely make the Super Bowl. That's an all-around special teams. That's an underrated special team. That's all I got to say about that. And here's why: it has speed, it has potential, it has the ability to be consistent. That's a nice special teams. That's a Super Bowl winning special teams. So the reason why I think this Panthers team is a Super Bowl winning team, they have leaders. They have people that can definitely be leaders. I wonder who the captains will be for that team. I'll have to look into that and definitely update you guys potentially. As a team is leaders, they may have a younger coaching staff, maybe more inexperienced coaching staff, but that's a coaching staff definitely with progression. They have stars on that team. Like Kate won't shorten them. Shaq Thompson, Christian McCaffrey, they could carry. DJ Moore, that team could actually carry them to Super Bowl. I like this player. They got enough stars and studs. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. Is Sports Expert 101 Sports Expert here? As my links are in my description for Cash App and Discord. As I'd really appreciate it if you guys could join the Discord. You don't have to donate at all. But if you're welcome to if you want to. So. But I really appreciate you guys being here, tuning into this video as the Panthers case to win Super Bowl this season. As I will be posting this later on, as I really appreciate you guys being here. As the Panthers, man, hope Panthers fans are watching this. Eight Camel Toes, who's now 7 Camel Toes. He the man. Definitely hope he checks out this video. Maybe Brandon Rogers, my man, will tell him, but who knows. But I like this Panthers team. I pretty much like all. I'm going to say that for pretty much almost every video. But, just giving you guys hope. I think after doing this video, I don't think the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL right now. I think the Bengals may be the worst team still. I don't think the Panthers are the worst team anymore. I really don't. I'll have to make my rankings, but I really appreciate you guys being here. As I'm out, guys. As thanks for watching, and please subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment what you think about this video, if you agree with my opinion or not. Not really an opinion, it's just my case. Then please turn on that post notification, like the video. I'm out, guys. Sports Expert here. Peace.